Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over some tips and instructions for the block 2 for the Afghan sampler we're doing. This is called the basket weave. It's going to be all double crochets, and those are going to be done on the front post and back post, and I'll show you how to do all of those. For these two blocks, again, we're going to be doing two colors, and it says in the instructions to use colors B and C, whatever those are for you. And I was just going to show you real quick on this picture is that each of these squares right here is 2 rows of double crochets, and it gets that weaving pattern from the front post and the back post double crochets. So to start off, we're going to, it says working with color B, chain 38. So again, to start your loop, I put the strings in front of my fingers like this, and then just wrap around and then pull that through. And so when you pull this, the long string, it should make that change size, not the tail. Okay, so you want to do 38 chains and kind of keep it loose. It's gonna be easier for you when you come back through. And remember, you always yarn over from the back to the front whenever you're yarning over. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that should be 38 chains right there. Now it says double crochet in the 3rd stitch from the hook and each chain across. So I count my stitches by these little lumps here on the side. So there's 1, 2, 3. So we're going in the 3rd stitch. If you see this little, I'm going to pull this out for a second. There's 1, 2, 3. If you see this little V shape, there's this yarn that goes in it right there. I try to go right to the right of that one, in this V shape right there. That way I'm working under these two and on top of that one, if that makes sense. So for a double crochet, we all learned single crochets with the last block, but for a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, go in your hole, yarn over again, and pull up a loop. Now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So to show you that again, here's the V shape right there. I'm going to go under this one. So I'm going to yarn over, go in that hole, yarn over and pull up a loop. We have 3 on there. Yarn over, pull through 2. Oops, sorry. Yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do that again. Yarn over, go through the hole. See how I'm going under 2 right there? Yarn over, pull up a loop. We've got 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And we should do that all the way across to the very end. And when we're done, these first 3 that we skipped or whatever, that counts as 1 double crochet, I believe. So we should have 36 all the way across. All right, so let's count that we have 36. So I count these V's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the 36 actually is not counting that last chain. So we just need 36 double crochets, and then there's also that little chain thing space back there. So 36 of these V's, so you would end right there. Don't count whatever that little thing is at the end. Okay, we're going to chain 2. This is row 2 that we're working now. We're going to chain 2 and turn. Now we are going to do front post and back post double crochets all the way across. So just like before, we yarn over, and we're going to go, ignore this first one, we're going to go around the post. So normally we go in this stitch hole right here. Yeah, right there. I don't know if that got blurry, but that's normally where we go. But instead, this time we're going to be working the posts, which I actually think are easier and faster. So I kind of enjoy the basket stitch. But anyway, you're yarning over, and then we're going to work in front of this ridge. That makes it a front post double crochet. So you go behind the post, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you have 3 on there. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going to do that 3 more times on the front post. Yarn over, go behind the post, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is number 3 and number 4. Okay, so there was our first 4. Now it says to do 4 back post double crochets. So that's going to be working behind your ridge. Yarn over, go behind your post, pull up a loop. Oh, I caught something extra there. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then do that 3 times. 2, 3, for a total of 4. So there's 4 front post double crochets and 4 back post double crochets, and you can kind of see how that's starting to get that weaving effect. So you're going to do that in groups of 4, alternating between front post and back post all the way across. So you just want groups of 4 going all the way across. You can kind of see how it has like kind of a zigzag pattern going here. So that will flatten out a little bit more when we do the opposite, and you'll see what I mean about that in just a second. Now it says for row 3, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn. And now we need to do 4 back post double crochets. So you always want to match them up in groups, right? So we wouldn't do 1, 2, 3, 4 because that one's different. So we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll see how this chain will just hide behind this first back post double crochet here in just a second. So we're going to yarn over and go behind it. This is a little bit tricky right there. So that kind of just became one thing, one double crochet there. So yarn over, back post. That's our second one. 3 and 4. And now we're going to just follow the pattern all the way across. So these are going to be 4 front posts. And now we're here to our last 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to ignore that last part right there. Okay, so now it's telling us on row 4, this is where we're going to start doing the opposite. And it's going to make it a little less of a zigzag, and it'll start flattening it out a bit. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. Now we want to do 4 back post double crochets. So we're going to yarn over and go behind. One, 2, 3, and 4. For front post. So now you can kind of see the beginning of that basket weave. You can see how that pattern is going to start. So all the back posts, there's going to be 2 ridges going across that way, so it makes it look like it's weaving this way and weaving that way. And you just work that all the way across. And here's number 4. And that finishes that row. So you can see how that is starting to create that basket weave look. And this would be a good time also to measure your block, how wide it is, and hopefully it will be as wide as your first block, because we want them all to be the same. If not, we'll talk about that and see what we need to do to fix that or make them the same. But you're just going to keep alternating. So the next row we're going to be chaining 2, and then we will match the same row below, right? This will be front post and back post. So you'll do that for 2 rows of matching, and then you'll switch it to being the opposite so that it can create that weave effect. But anyway, text me or the group if you have any questions.